Welcome back. This is Northstar with another episode of Pop-Up Dungeon. Now, I did start recording this. There was no off-camera grinding. I talked about it. I was gonna maybe do a round or two in the simulator, but then I realized I would have to upgrade the simulator. I thought this would be a chance to show it off. So I started that process, then realized I was having audio issues, and there's no way to really go back and do this. But what I've done is begun the process of entering the menus to upgrade. So there's a menu. Upgrade. It's not your fault that the ship is a piece of junk. Maybe your fault that it stays that way. Reference to before. Remember, we were told the ship upgrade modules have been improved by the squally technicians. This is off of ship facilities menu. Or, no, actually, upgrade was separate from it. But that's where you'll access the simulator from anyways. You get this message the first time you enter upgrade menu. It's telling you a little about what the different upgrades do. Resource management through the synthesizer and utility. Medbay is a sick base under bio subheading of ship systems. Ship systems are the non-combat, and there's combat systems, which also includes things like the engines. It's not just lasers or shields. And so I was briefly explaining before I realized the audio issues. I was just going to focus on upgrading the holograph system and the synthesizer, and if I have any left over, the crafting station first of all. The reason for that is the holograph, so I can do holographs as a way to earn more resources. Synthesizer improves resource yields. You have these resources, ferro, quantonium, and subisphere used to upgrade the ship. Plex can be converted into these, a ratio of 2 plex to one of these, or 2 one of these to plex. Doesn't make much sense unless you have a massive overload of one of the resource overload of a certain resource type. There's a few vendors and events that can use plex too, but not many. So it's often good to have some on hand. So I'm going to upgrade the synthesizer. Probably first of all, make sure the resources from turning plex into some of these. The holograph, and then the armaments crafting station will allow you to get better weapon drops in the simulator. So that's also something of a priority, though less than getting the ship resources, which accumulate very slowly even with an upgraded synthesizer. Alright, ship systems. And these are all going to be utility, synthesizer, and biologic also. It didn't say it, but I'm not entirely sure the level 3 synthesizer may not also improve yield from holograph, so maybe I'll try it this time. Maybe that's why I've always been short on these resources. Not the Classio, like audio synthesizer. What is it? Turn raw materials into usable resources. So I'll gotta repair that so it's functioning. Also known as the armory, which I was talking about. It's like no armaments crafting station. Personal shields and jetpacks. These were active in my battles before. You saw they boost your party in combat. Most things that boost your party in combat are actually under biologic, but the personal shields and jetpacks are here. And actually under combat systems, some of the ship defense systems help, not in the holograph, but if your ship is boarded in a couple of cases by enemies, which often happens if you lose a fighting space. So it can be worth not upgrading the ship very much and just being prepared to fight lots of shipboard battles. That's an option. But yes, this applies to the holograph as well, so you want the Mark II for sure. See, I'm already running low on quantonium and subisomer, so I'm going to make some of those. Because I'm pretty sure I'll need more for some of the remaining upgrades. See how much you have of each resource and the rate. That's good for now. Now if I go back to the upgrade menu, projectiles are different types of weapons you can use. Your biologic, I should find the holograph system. Definitely want this. This will allow me to emphasize stats or abilities, more efficient use of the holograph. And the companions you saw before come from the 3rd level upgrade. Previously that was the smithy. After each round you'll roll a random companion. You can choose to use that one, placing any previous companion, or keep any previous companions you already had. So the first round you can only just take the option or have nothing. After that it's keep what you have or take a different one to replace them. Compare this. The holograph is where dreams of turkey dinners come true, in any location or situation. So I assume you plan to use it to call up our various fictional characters. An excellent use. Expertise and experience. As you can see right off the bat what this is talking about. Actually, might be nice to show off what it looks like at the 1st level. Which guess is the mess hall. Let's actually upgrade the medical system. Level 6. It's expensive-ish. Modern period ward dispense tiny pills coated in sugar gel that can heal or prevent any disease in the universe. This old version stamps out horse tablets that require many bitter bites to consume, if you can get it working. Tune it to produce very specific upgrades, but those cost resources. I can't even upgrade the mess hall. The mess hall health reward is nice, but I'll gain health tomes from some of the combats, so I can do without it. Now we don't have the resources for this unless I wanted to do some more resource conversions. In this case, what am I at? 5, 4, 5. And I'd only need one more quantonium to upgrade that again, so I could do it now. I guess I'll show what it's like without an upgrade. Actually, there is the armament system. Armory. This is cheap to get the 1st level. Second is 5, 10, 10. And the 3rd is what gives you better drops. So, I can't nearly get the 2nd level. So you see what I was talking about with it being ridiculously expensive? There's this. He was back in fire defense on the 1st level. Eventually those penalties get negated with the higher ones. Let's quickly show what goes on with the armory. This is 9 ferro, 7 quant, 7 isomer, just for a chance of new equipment, and it's actually pretty low level stuff. Maybe useful if you don't have high charm. Well, when you can start with very high rarity, but pretty useless for me. My starting equipment level. I take the upgrades more for better drops at the, like 3rd level in the holograph. Anyhow, the basic level, you get different sceneries, you could say, you can choose from, and then you'd be able to choose an emphasis for the training when you upgrade further. This would be another Japanese style fight, so we'll do this. See if dungeon themed enemies, which I don't think you've all seen me fight quite as recently, or at all. Some of them are in the Nebula fight. Some of the same enemy types, zombies and stuff, but
I will wear the shirt.
Introduction. Everything is nothing with a twist.
early on you get a variety of different training rooms that are open. I've done this a few times. Seems to be the same ones over and over eventually.
Where is my hat?
Vulnerable to fire. Whereas this guy is deficient cover at least. He's talking about books, and now this. Geisha, Goya. Power level is 27, 28. Yeah, so that it pops up in the next fight. Yeah, I'll just do it later, but I'm gonna try the difficulty Galaxy Brain after this, I think. This is probably the last Super Grandmaster. If I really wanted to up the difficulty, maybe I will. Next campaign, I'll probably turn to the dynamic difficulty option, because that adds additional difficulty based on charm level. In addition to the offset for specific scenarios, and the increase in difficulty for how many battles you fought, and the increase in difficulty based on your party size to a limited degree, power level as well. Maybe how many you fought is just keep it with your power level, but I've never actually tested that theory by not taking the tomes. If you saw them in Selman that keeps going up, that would tell me it's based on how many battles you fought as well. But there's also a power level component. You can see if you switch people into the roster who haven't been trained up, difficulty goes down. Alright.
You need saving.
Ow! Time to put my training to the test.
Try and roast
Long have I watched
this
man.
book. Later I'll get at this one. Ricky is still injured from something before. Alright. His X. This doesn't count as a demonic, so it doesn't actually have weakness to light, like many undead and such do.
You're not gonna like this.
They appear in this dungeon, which is one reason I like doing this one early on. I have a lot of light damage in my party. These two are light focused, and this is fire. Zombies are weak to fire, most undead are weak to light. Light and sometimes to a lesser degree spirit damage. magical is generally more effective than mundane against them, for what's worth, though these are both mundane light. Alright. She can buff Ricky up. Hopefully. Oh. She always promise and sacred protection off cooldown. She should be further back
These
then.
elven arms have seen much suffering.
This is a heal she could use on Ricky soonish. Reactives can be used even on its turn. So I probably want lunch break somewhere up here.
Man at work.
Probably want to be able to see at least when the book cooks. Here you can see a number of enemies. Yes, you see them start moving to use do not move. Supposedly, I think it works if he just enters his line of sight. Probably through a move. We'll see. It's been a while since I've seen him.
Oh, the darkness will not rise.
It's not that common outside of rolling as a companion, apparently. Maybe even not as that.
Time for some explosive action.
This is weak to fire. He does some fire damage with his blaster shot. Besides that, he has slashing, which I would think would work well in books, maybe? Apparently not. No, it works well in some things like spaghetti monsters. Yes, there's spaghetti monsters in this game. Ogre is weak to mind. I've thought of creating a Jedi themed character before he uses light and mind type damage. They're both energy power types, so there is some synergy there actually. I'll keep her back there. I don't think they care if they hit the front or back, any of them. Nope. But this just reminds me she's probably going to go around the back. Okay. Looks good.
That is a storm, not arriving.
Now there will be a special surprise. This is a book kitchen. Har har. Looks like it's mostly meat in here. There is a special surprise, so it's really more of a dungeon kitchen. Bone and a cream pie. Interesting. And a cream pie. Smash. There is a special surprise after you've done a few holograph rounds. I'll not spoil that for you guys so that you'll see it without expecting it.
I wield the elements in your favor.
This is Buff Ricky.
I'm just a merchant, honest.
That's Ricky I got right, yeah. Didn't even turn him up in the turn war, but That is from a speed potion.
#1 in customer service.
See, it gives it's often useful early when characters low speed. So when their speed increases, then it's proportionally less. He doesn't do much with that. His Gamma Burst is still on cooldown. Oh shoot.
Try a free sit-up. Go ahead. I'm watching.
I feel like I would have rather had this in Ricky. But whatever.
Skin it to win it.
He doesn't deal enough damage to use that twice. Well, you can do a blade dance in the book. Does siphon so it heals him if he's hurt. Theory.
These guns are going fast.
Slice some book. I guess. Huh. So that you can dodge if they don't move behind him. And he is
I'm
a
not used to all this darkness.
range 1 ability. Or, I mean, that's not gonna happen, is it? Oh, well, no. Useless then. Oh well. I'm pretty tired. This is actually, I might call it the insomnia episode.
Feel the light course through your mortal veins.
Right now because I couldn't sleep, but
All right.
Such
it's
is
my
life.
turn now.
alright. Doesn't have anything else off
Hope I
cooldown.
make a good first impression.
Yeah, you will, Ricky, if you don't die immediately. That's really up to me, I suppose. Interesting. Got behind him. Looks like the backshot is his most powerful ability, but it requires a lot of maneuvering.
Taste the training.
This guy can deal damage to many enemies at once. Oh, and that's Chaos Storm can potentially KO someone, so
I'm
try and stun him. Not that good, Ricky. That's an easy shot.
feel my potential.
What are you, like, goal-oriented or something?
Haven't you ever been in a fairy tale before? Once more onto the breach, dear friend. Take off your hat. Without royalty, there is no
jeez.
festival. Every worm has its weak spot.
All that damage is getting redirected to Brock.
Encyclopedias don't win wars. Without cruelty, there is no festival.
Should be mentioned, you notice he has no shield. Shields can be dispelled. They're not a perfect defense by any means. Absorb charms come at a price of not taking something else, and he's dazed and confused, which means he won't do anything for a turn unless smacked. If he is hit by an attack that undazes him, he'll do something even worse. He'll start acting at random, potentially hurting allies. If then he takes damage, daze is removed. Has a 50% chance to act against its own team if a reaction it takes. Confused, and it does that at random. I don't actually control what abilities. Let's see. Act uncontrollably. Okay, Squall. Your turn to Goku. Sticky Strike. Oh, one turn that fell. How do I get absorbed by a Squall? Jill will be worthless on her. It's not an ability can target other things, so I can also use it. Some buffs can actually clear terrain. Not this one. Squall further from the fighting.
It's your yen. Doesn't look like she can do much of anything to the party except this on Reiki. Notice that raises his max health. That's why it looks like his health went down. It's just he has higher max now. Oh, Jesus. It says really digging into my ears. Or rather my glasses are, because that's it. Also though, it should be noted that not only is that useful for that, but buffs eat up Dispel from my third act ability. What I mean by that is it can only dispel so much total buff potency. Like extra health has a potency of 300 almost. Over time, 2346, clearing those both would use about 2646, 2645. And then the guard always has a potency of 78. Now, the redact has stronger strength than that, but that's before resistance, which will reduce the amount of potency gets through. So the guard might not be removed if that healing over time is removed instead, for instance. So it's still useful. You can see a debuff can clear terrain if I really want. I don't.
I think I'm gonna need. Now I know why the shirts are red.
Brock was taking the damage for him until Brock fell.
Mail my medals to my mother.
And there goes Ricky.
Introduction.
This is all the way on Super
It is a tale
Grandmaster.
told by an
You
idiot.
buying or dying?
It doesn't get him out of range of the buildings, which is
Satisfaction guaranteed.
targets his new location.
Every worm has his weak spot.
Number 1 in customer service. Oh gee, what fun.
Take off your hat, Henry.
I hate this part.
It is a
Easy
tale
on the
told by
poncho.
an idiot.
When's lunch?
I wonder if this does anything to... Nope, they're not considered summons. I don't think. Transform. Do a little damage if you watt over there. You wouldn't have the AP left though. So he doesn't move really.
The elements do my bidding.
I guess he's so slow. He eats all day. I wonder what he's holding in his right arm. I don't. It's hard to see. Tool maybe? I don't know.
Our dragon's breath.
Need to fire. Use the harder hitting one.
Now is the winter of our discontent.
It is taking damage over time. Which means if it lasts 2 turns, it should die. Won't die on the next turn though.
Anyone want to buy a gun? They're fully loaded.
Who needs saving?
He's dazed. At least he's not dead. Yet. Time to bring Ricky back. Often good to resurrect characters somewhat back towards the rear. Just in case she needs to fall back here.
Feel free to die. I'll resurrect you.
So they don't immediately get killed right after they're brought back. You know, hopefully.
Eternal dawn, I call upon your light.
Since he's the other person who can resurrect characters. With his phoenix feathers.
What's the rush?
That heals his teammates. Oof.
Now is the winter of our discontent. Slow and steady wins the race. Encyclopedias don't win wars. Not all who wander are lost. It is a tale told by an idiot. Not all who wander are lost.
Encyclopedias
Everyone
don't
has his weak spot.
win wars.
I wasn't ready.
Did use some AP moving over there. Noise. Rich.
You fix it.
From his nostrils streamed his last weak breath.
That removes the confusion on X. Because the character cast it is dead. This failed to disable. Oh well. A taunticle. If I remember correctly. Yeah, the ogre is poor against statuses. It does have high resistance. This is a chance of increasing her form duration as a defensive swell, though it didn't roll it. Taunting can be useful if you can get out of range of the ability after. Oop. Handle with the ice patch real quick, yeah. Increase mobility if enemy loses AP though. Problem is, the defensive squad has terrible mobility. Luckily, others can get in the way of this thing. As a charge, so start using now. Actually, fire at the beginning of the next turn.
Please enjoy.
Killing over time. Or the defense of the ogre for real one. I would rather save for this in case she gets killed though. Target everyone around it. So show what happened. This affected all three of these, but before it could harm Gouliette, she dazed it. That doesn't quite kill it. Oh well. Use this to turn Gouliette back to normal form if we really want it.
Wicked.
There is a storm on that horizon.
Jeez. Why is it so hard to take down? It has poor cover and it's not much evasion. It doesn't have deficient bat power. Oh, his aim sucks. Oh, That's gonna be a problem. It makes all his abilities really, really bad. Except this. So I guess a revive is the way to go.
I still have faith in man.
I will wear the shirt.
Slinging guns is my business.
Alright. Time for one of my favorite abilities. This is custom version Gamma Glow. Gamma Glow got burstable. Cool. And he has nice lines with them sometimes.
Sure, buddy. I'll witness you.
And that raised his mobility.
Oh, let's stretch those out. Dust you!
It's really desperate. I didn't know the damage over time would finish yet. I could have tried an anchor shot. Save that for something else. It was hardly guaranteed to work if I used it.
We done talking?
I'm not used to all this darkness. I sentence you to more life.
Made that a heal over time, but also upgrades health, making the percent heal over time more effective. Healing received, making all heals more effective, and extra defense. So that health won't immediately go to waste. I consider it a pretty good heal over time. Became 207% max HP over time because of his extra healing received. A lot of synergy there. Let's see the resources I'm getting.
Of our discontent. Once more onto the breach, dear friends. Take off your helmet.
Ow! Mail my medals to my mother.
Didn't save him though. Darn
It
it.
is easy to be brave from a safe distance. Without cruelty, there is no festival. Encyclopedias don't have wars.
Ouch!
Every worm has his weak spot.
Ow!
いらっしゃいませ。いってらっしゃい。
Time for Goo to finish you. See all that health with all those buffs. From gooing hard. Forget if I changed it or that's the way that the goo hard normally looks. Regardless. I guess the goo can't finish you. Oh wow. Get a little closer. I'm supposed to move and then heal self. Jump up.
Yeah, when's lunch? I gotta get in the mood to work.
I'm just a merchant, honest.
Merchant of Death.
Let's move some merch.
Try a free sample.
Overhead, without any fuss, the stars were going out.
Perhaps you'll include me in your next legend.
Would it be possible if I could maybe have that?
It's kind of morbid, the whole overhead without any fuss, the stars were going out.
Oh, is that what I think it is?
Never taken these before, but the wing sails might be worth it for the speed here. Don't loss of physical defense. He doesn't have that much defenses. Nah.
Oh, I had one of those in a holodeck. Is that what I think it is?
Let's sit in a secondary spot. So he has a secondary if he gains a primary weapon that's only one-handed later. Swaps into one. This indicates there's a power-up on the field somewhere. Just gotta find it in all this clutter. Oh, there we go, treasure chest. It's not a true power-up, but counts as one.
Would it be possible if I could maybe have that?
I'm a griffin of sorts, anyways. I don't know why it always recommends this. It's actually not that good.
Oh, I had one of those in a holograph adventure once.
Not great damage output at all. It has a charge time, that's the biggest issue. Enemies move. So you usually miss with those abilities. Just junk.
First Lieutenant, here I come.
Indulge me.
Oh, they're using books to cook. If you look under the cauldrons, that's the fuel. I don't know, while the party was KO'd, and this doesn't have quite the range it likes, so.
I will sanctify it with my touch. Ugh, could you clean this off for me, please? Could you clean this off for me, please?
This can be useful in characters, enemy characters who use range abilities. She does a ton of aim debuff because support affects debuffs too.
Nice contraband.
I get that he's haste bound,
Happy
but
birthday.
No. We're concerned with her abilities being off cooldown. And saved in a while, so. Guess we'll see one more round in the simulator. There's actually a reason for this. You actually need to spend a bit in the holograph to complete the campaign. What do I have to if it's spend enough time and you get all the Duro? Probably get something like, since you got nothing else to do, you might as well spend some time in the holograph. Could find out. I don't feel like it right now. I'd rather get the ship upgraded to make future events a little easier. That was too close for my legs. Time for a Japanese battle.
I'm gonna be captain someday.
Are you against the ninja?
I'll show you a little more of my power.
Mita, mita.
Kills. Deadly throw. Stuff like this never fun. If you can get around the sides over here, that's a real problem. She has incredible armor penetration. Not the power to backing these bellies up. Biggest thing is assassinate. And this guy I don't think I've ever seen before. Oh, it's like a Dragon Ball Z. Oof. This is range, and it can be combined with Dragon Kick. Heals off extra power and defense. Special about that just hits hard. These foxes going for their charms. And this guy. Pulls you in and then kicks you away. It's a powerful combo in a way. You can hear it, the cicada is going.
Let's make the score.
character does move back. You're not good to target that way. It's got fancy footwork.
You're not gonna like this. Time for some explosive action. You're not gonna like this.
Let's get this one. He has all those movement control things. He's the most important to take down. Okay.
Effort is the magic. Where is my hat?
Effort is the magic amon. Yeah, we've heard it before.
There is a storm on the horizon.
Finish this thing. Then there's ninja. Even if it dodges back, it'll still be in range. He's out of range of the caltrops anyways.
Who needs it?
This is a ranged ability. Could just debuff his aim and then.
Ow!
Time to exceed expectation. Ouch! Hope I make a good first impression.
These elven arms have seen much
Customers always
suffering.
right. Or dead.
Yokoso.
Morbid, but true, I suppose.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's see where this lunch break takes us.
Hope there are no other doors in or out. Alright.
Let's make this quick.
The darkness will not rise.
A debuff, but not that much. Still. These are pretty hard hitting. Ah! Shoot, wrong ability. I don't think there's a way to undo what I just did either. Shoot. I was trying to use light reading and I gave promise to this. Oh goodness. Mistakes happen, I suppose. At least it didn't receive divine intervention.
Effort is the magic of man.
Manliness, I invoke you.
Just another.
I'm just a merchant, honest.
Me now. That's your cover.
Time to put my training to the test. Ooh, this is exciting. This is what I trained for.
Oh no.
Go ahead. Check my power level. See if your eyes can keep up. Huh.
Definitely a Dragon Ball reference.
This is what speed looks like. Yep.
よろしくお願いします。
I have come for you. Go, ninja, go!
Oh no.
But who will resurrect me?
James, if he lives.
Hole in one. Buying or dying? My mom hit harder than
ド
that.
キドキしてる。さあ、次は誰？
I'm out of my
Man
element.
at work.
He's still standing. Won't have to resurrect Jane. as well use up one of the fancy footworks in this. Doesn't have the mobility. Darn. Damage is damage.
Bring the herd.
Oi.
As long as it doesn't move, he'll be fine. He doesn't move anyways. So use that up.
Feel my potential.
Doesn't affect buffs and doesn't affect revives. Oh no.
You are but kindling to the fire.
I don't think he has to target enemies for his feather. Nope. Reason to target it.
Let's risk a little magic.
These elven eyes have seen much suffering.
Looking to unload some guns.
So that he can't be assassinated. It's not there.
Deal with it.
Watch your step.
What's the rush?
Still be able to move despite the cantrips. He's fast. Won't be able to do much damage to anyone now.
Just you. It's your tax dollars.
Isn't. Oh well. So much for the anchor shot.
Press to move. Skin it to win it.
Now we can use that.
I was the most human.
Meant to do that in self. I really am making a lot of mistakes here.
I've been training for this. Hiya!
Bring my bones, Sacristan.
Watch my footwork. This is the end.
To the door.
Unfortunately. Might
This
be.
is what speed looks like.
お客様。
気をつけてください。
Watch this technique.
Ah, damn it. Alright. I made a mistake. Here. Excuse my language, but I should have used this first to trigger that, and then... Oh god. This.
美しい。
Is that a new weapon?
I bear a message from the only one.
Number one in customer service. So you want to trade some bullets, huh? Deal with it. This isn't even the worst I've died.
Time to kick back from the shadows.
弱肉強食。急げ。
Oh no.
行くわよ。
You look like you need supervision.
mistakes. I can win this, but yeah. No. Plus, there's upgrades I can do. I'll do one of them. And, said 1 to 2 battles. I guess that was the second. Apologize, but I messed that up bad. That wasn't exactly arrogance, that was exhaustion and a lot of mistakes, as I'm having trouble focusing. My long COVID makes it harder to focus. So that's that. That's an issue too. Given how bad charm is when it affects you. Is anyone gonna tell me what that would cost? Darn it. Alright. Let's make some of each of these. These are all against status effects, as you can see. Charm is by far the most relevant here, though. The holograph tends not to spit things at you that you're resistant to, so this will probably mean fewer enemies with charm anyways. Probably. That's devastating to lose control of party members. Alright. Well, this is Northstar, signing off. Hope you enjoyed the video. There's definitely not time for another similar round. We're keeping this video length reasonable. So, I wish you well. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And best luck in everything, dear audience. Hope to see you again soon.